Officials with Ketchum Land Company agreed last month to hold a second public information meeting closer to the proposed Westburn landfill to accommodate residents who couldn't attend the meeting at Cove Lake State Park. So, last night they kept their word and probably asked themselves, what were we thinking, as nearly 200 people packed the gym at White Oak School, nearly all of them opposed to the landfill. Many of the residents were highly vocal in their opposition, deputies being forced at one point to restrain one man as he approached the group of company representatives and refused to stop talking. The mood was confronting from the outset, with several people laughing or commenting at points as company spokesmen stumbled through their initial presentation. Consultant Dr. George Hafadis told the crowd that this has the potential to be a rather large landfill in describing the 300-acre site planned to store fly ash from coal plants. Company partner Nat Clower at one point argued that the company was making a generous offer of $1 a ton fee to the county, pointing out we are not obligated to pay a fee to the county. Shortly afterward, tempers flared as Jack Faulkner asked, "Why can't you answer a straight question? We'll be the guinea pigs that you'll experiment on." Faulkner then approached the front while talking, to be blocked by one of the company officials. "Get out of my face," Faulkner warned, and to a deputy who approached, "Get off my back." Faulkner then reminded the crowd that while the company claims that the ash will not be toxic and will be tightly controlled, numerous lawsuits have been filed over the ash spill in Roane County. He then sat down as the presentation continued. Clower made it clear to the residents that Ketchum Land Company is not interested in operating a standard landfill for household waste, although the company has initially applied for a permit for that type of landfill. "We have no intent to have a regular sanitary landfill. If we aren't allowed to take fly ash, there probably won't be a landfill," he said in response to questions about potential odors. "Will you move to our community if the landfill is opened?" Connie Cox asked. "I wouldn't care to, but I'm not going to," Cloyer replied, adding he doesn't intend to leave his South Carolina home. Another resident, who didn't identify himself, asked if the company knew the location of all the old underground mines in the area and could be sure that contamination wouldn't escape into groundwater through those mines. When told that the company will be drilling to determine underground structure, the resident added, "I've got a book here that lists 26 mines that operated around Westburn beginning in 1905, with one employing 300 miners. How many holes can 300 miners make?" Several speakers questioned whether the dumping fee paid to the county would ever be seen by the citizens of the community. Clower replied that the company is not authorized to build or maintain public roads, and that fee is intended to enable the county to maintain local roads and support the impacted community. This comment was met with widespread laughter and comments such as, "They've never done anything for us up here." Another resident asked how residents could trust the county commission when they rely on the advice of the county attorney who also represents the land company. He doesn't anymore, Cloer replied. Shirley Terry was not reassured by the company's plan to bring all fly ash to the site by rail. The railroad runs right by my home. What happens if there's a spill? She asked. James Bolton repeated most residents' lack of faith in county officials. I looked it up, and Mayor Baird sold 55 acres to Ketchum Land Company in 1993, and the county attorney drew up that land deed, he stated. He added, you said earlier that coal ash is not toxic, but it's full of heavy metals according to EPA. You said you plan to moisten it, and that's adding water. Cloer replied that the company plans to moisten the ash to keep down dust, but that is different from adding water. Unlike the first meeting at Cove Lake, where county commissioners were roundly criticized for not attending, two of the 5th District commissioners, Terry Singley and Alvin Evans, were present at White Oak. Evans reminded the crowd that the commission will be accepting public comments and questions at its October 14th workshop and urged residents to attend to voice their concerns. Laura Young asked company officials what they would do for the White Oak and Westburn community. She added, we're not going to benefit from a county fee. This school needs renovations, but our community feels left out. Maybe instead of paying the $1 a ton to Campbell County, we could provide the money directly to your community. First to the school, then other projects, Cloer suggested. One unidentified man screamed back, the bottom line is, we don't want your damned landfill. James Slusher later addressed the company group and said, mountain people have been lied to at every turn for 200 years. They can't trust the county, so perhaps they could set up a local foundation to receive the $1 fee and make sure it's used in the community. Again, several in the crowd repeated the chorus, we don't want the money. One of the last to speak was Tim Huddleston, who summed up the emotions of most people in the room when he told Cloer, I'm just a dumb old hick, but we're not, and we don't want your landfill. Most of the residents who filed out of the school seemed determined to repeat their concerns once more, this time to county commissioners on October 14th. La Follette City Council met in workshop session last night at City Hall with downtown revitalization sitting at the top of the evening's agenda. City Administrator Billy Russell notes that there's no reason why La Follette can't do something with its downtown. Russell adds that the downtown merchants have started meeting again. It was pointed out the city can't do anything until the town's crime issues are addressed. Police Chief Jimmy Jeffries explained that his department is working to shore up those issues and said that it's not easy when the city pays police officers lower than many towns its size, and that he's continually hiring and training officers. The chief went on to say that La Follette's downtown problems are no different than any other downtown area. Russell told council that the report on City Hall came back showing that there was no asbestos fibers in the air, but there was mold, but that it is not black mold. One estimate to clean up the mold area and repair some of the ceiling of the City Hall building is $15,000. It was pointed out that the new roof currently being installed on the building will go a long way toward preventing such future problems. A proposed property exchange with Tenova local developer Ed Wheeler and the city is not going to fly. Russell says Tenova officials said no siding, that it would not be in the best interest of Tenova. Also mentioned at the workshop was talk of the ductwork installation in Douglas City Hall offices, drainage correction, and addition around the City Hall building, as well as a mention of several City Council members, the mayor, and Russell attending the October Governor's Conference. Chief Jeffries addressed holding an auction to sell upwards of 25 seized vehicles, as well as other surplus and seized items such as guns and old police cars. He'd like to have the auction in October. The city will again apply, as it did last year, and was turned down for a grant to purchase a recycling truck. Fire Chief Gary Bird recommended filing a full-time opening in his department with Brandon Gross. Gross has served as an auxiliary fireman since February. Mayor Mike Stanfield and council are also looking to amend the original 2013-2014 fiscal year budget in order to have the funds needed to pay for paving work on the parking lot behind City Hall. The city holds its next regular monthly meeting on Monday, October 7th at 6 o'clock at City Hall. And the Tennessee Highway Patrol will be conducting driver license safety checkpoints in Campbell County this Friday, September 27th at State Route 63 at the Campbell-Claiborne County line. And that's a look at today's news. We'll be right back with a press release from the Sheriff's Department. And it looks like 8 people have been booked in to the Campbell County Jail in the past 24 hours. Renee C. Antonio, 38 of South Avenue, La Follette, for aggravated assault and resisting arrest. 26-year-old Amy M. Bolton of Jacksboro Station in Jacksboro for driving while suspended. Brittany Hope Ellis, 27 of Marietta, Georgia, for public intoxication and disorderly conduct. 36-year-old James A. Englehart of Quail Run Lane in La Follette for aggravated burglary and theft of property between $1,000 and $9,999. Denton Edward Jones, 41 of Clinton, on a capious bench warrant. 47-year-old Kimberly Lowe of Hines Creek Road and High School for violation of the light law, violation of the Tennessee financial law, and driving while revoked. Julia M. Powers, 43 of North 11th Street, La Follette, for domestic assault. 52-year-old Marjorie Terry Rutherford of East Central Avenue, La Follette, 2 days to serve in jail. Tiffany Ann Slezak, 24 of Valley Street in Jacksboro, for violation of the rules and regulation of drug court. And last today, Jennifer Holly Smith, 32 of Lakemont Lane in Carrollville, for violation of probation. And that's a look at the Wednesday edition of the news. Thanks for joining us. Be back here with us tomorrow evening, and we'll have another newscast for you. See you then.
Hey, Big Josh with you once again, looking at our birthdays and anniversaries. Our birthdays today, and by the way, our birthday and anniversary club brought to you by your friends here at WLAF and Eastside Pizza and Deli, located in the Food Lion Shopping Center. Trey Hall's having a birthday today. Happy birthday to Trey. And Charlotte Foster is 65 years old today. Happy birthday, Charlotte. And Reelan Toller is 12 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Reelan. And Irie Terry is 55 years old. And back on Sunday, Mary Wilson turned 59 years old. Yesterday, Lewis Heatherly had a birthday. Happy birthday, Lewis. And Peyton Phillips turned 5 on Monday. Happy birthday, Peyton. Today's anniversary, Shauna and Josh Miller are celebrating. Happy anniversary to Josh and Shauna. Jason and Michelle Birchfield, 13 years. Happy anniversary, Michelle and Jason. And Chevy Lee and Ashley are celebrating 3 years. That's Ashley and Chevy Lee Evans. I'll get that right. Happy anniversary to you all. We hope everybody's had a great day and are having a great day. We want to tell you this, though, that you need to get your name in here. If we don't have your name on our list, hey, that's the only way that you can qualify to be in the drawing on Fridays to win a birthday dinner for two or an anniversary dinner for two from your friends here at WLAF and Eastside Pizza and Deli. See you tomorrow, good Lord willing.